If you want to persuade people, you should be thinking like a TED conference presenter. Many of you have seen TED conferences. TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design, and they're sweeping the whole world. Many people feel these are very knowledgeable speakers who show up on the stage to share their ideas. And they actually draw the attention of the whole audience. You have to be like this in order to convince people, in order to influence people and get them to support your ideas. But how do we actually do so? Not everybody gets to speak on a TED conference, but everybody who speaks there actually copies a specific pattern of approaches that in this video I'll share with you. The very first thing you could do in order to be more influential when you speak is to bring up the personal story within your presentation. You should always identify some sort of a problem that needs to be fixed. This problem could be anything. It could be a macro scale global problem such as pollution, or it could be a problem within your organization. But it's always best to bring it on a personal level, to introduce it almost as if this is a problem that somebody, or in best cases you, have personally experienced, and it has influenced you deeply. It has touched you deeply, and therefore you're driven now and motivated to find the solution, or at least to show the path how this problem can be solved. So this is very important. Find a personal appeal, share a story that carries a personal touch. And this is useful not only when you're dealing with such enormous topics such as finding cancer cure or overcoming deforestation in parts of the world, etc. You can find personal stories on pretty much everything you're doing. Even if you're a salesperson, you can create or experience certain facts or events which will help you to create this sort of story that brings up the personal element. The second approach that TED speakers actually do is they don't actually share facts. There are many facts within their presentations, but they don't actually hope the audience to remember the facts. They manage to pack each fact around a story. So they actually present a story. Stories are much easier to remember for a long period of time. If you're only presenting facts, first, people most likely will get bored. Second, they most likely will forget them as soon as you end the presentation. So obviously this is not what you want in order to influence people, to persuade people. You want people to remember the key messages from your speech, your presentation, etc. Therefore, the key facts that you identify, that you want to stick in people's mind, should be really dressed within a story. Try to come up with such stories to be aligned with the key facts you want to be remembered. For example, a story could be an alternative company who wanted to expand their business and establish their operations in a host country environment, let's say Brazil. And maybe this company failed because of lack of awareness when it comes to the culture, lack of knowledge when it comes to the way business is conducted over there, etc. So this is a story that will help people remember that such factors such as cultural awareness are very important. Therefore, you may be trying to propose training for people who are to be sent to Brazil to conduct business on behalf of the company. Or it could be the case that you share a story of a competitor that managed to go to a new market such as China, and now this market is a very important part of their portfolio. This is an important chunk of their profits and their revenue, etc. So these stories could be stories from the outside world, from other companies trying to achieve the same thing, or from other individuals who are interested in the same topic. These stories could be stories of failure, could be glorious stories of success, etc. But these are all stories, and these are all memorable stories. So in best scenario, you'd be able to provoke some sort of emotion, because stories actually create emotions in people, and that's why we remember stories better than facts. The third thing you could do while you present your case is to actually slow down. Research shows that people who speak slower manage to get their message absorbed better by the audience. And in addition to this, if you speak slowly, people will perceive you as a confident and knowledgeable person within the specific field, within the area in which you would like to show you have expertise. On the other hand, if you speak fast and jump from one topic to another, research shows that you will be perceived as a person of low credibility and little knowledge on the topic. Therefore, you're far more likely to be trusted by individuals if you slow down, if you allow them some time to absorb the key messages, and of course, let these key stories stick with them for longer. You're far more likely to persuade them over a longer period of time that goes beyond the duration of your presentation. They're far more likely to share these stories with other people and get other people to be proponents of the same messages that you communicated to them. So this is the way TED speakers manage to become extremely influential in getting awareness for the topics they present and getting people to support the cause or the action that they promote. I hope you found value in this topic, and let me know in the comment section down below how this can actually be utilized for some of your personal agendas and objectives. Let me know if you have your personal suggestions of how you can influence people and get people to say yes to whatever your requests are. And this would be very interesting to read all of your entries. This is everything from me for now, and let's catch up in the next video. Peace out.